And now for something completely different. Well, completely different if you enjoy playing computer games, that is. The Monty Python comedy legends have brought their surreal characters to the networking website Facebook. They join the popular and increasingly lucrative world of social gaming, which involves online interaction between different players, as our technology correspondent Benjamin Cohen reports.
Remember the upper-class twit of the year show? Or Mr. Creosote, the man who couldn't stop eating? They're all present and correct at the Ministry of Silly Games. You can shoot at surreal chickens in this Space Invader game, or quest after the Holy Grail, all on Facebook and all for free. Well, at least to start with.
We need to earn some money, basically, and apparently games, these sort of games, are highly addictive. And so that's what we're counting on, sort of stealing money from young people.
We start with this game. Once they're addicted, then we'll be giving more and more games out there. Much more expensive, of course. Yeah. The first ones are cheap and easy.
But free, isn't it?
Practically free, yes. That's how any decent drug dealer operates.
Yes.
The six-man comedy troupe has made 3 Hollywood films, countless TV series, numerous albums, and a West End musical. Monty Python's expanding its corporate empire into the fertile territory of social games. Played on places like Facebook, it's now a multi-billion-pound industry. The most popular of these social games is Farmville, a gentle game of pastoral life where you grow crops, breed animals, and raise the odd building. Unexciting as it may sound, the game has more than 50 million players worldwide, and unusually for a computer game, the majority are women. People like Kirsten Eikenbury, who tends her farm many times over the course of the day, and so does her husband, John.
Somebody on Facebook sent me a message like, become my neighbor on Farmville. So Facebook friend, like got me hooked on Farmville somehow.
And you became a Farmville user because your wife was using it?
Yep. You know, you can get access to more things the more friends that you have, and so it's one where you try to get your friends hooked into it as well.
Yeah.
Recommendations like this through Facebook have helped Farmville's audience grow faster than this crop of virtual tomatoes. If players want to improve their farms with more interesting animals, or tractors, or buildings, they pay real money. This virtual cow costs about £3. And with livestock at these prices, it comes to hundreds of millions of dollars a year, a large pot of very real gold for the game's creator, Zynga. But critics say Farmville owes more than a little to an earlier game, Farm Town, which is certainly strikingly similar. This kind of copying of ideas is widespread in the industry. Zynga reportedly settled a multi-million-dollar lawsuit with the developers of another social game, Mob Wars, over their remarkably similar game, Mafia Wars. Zynga is named after the founder's bulldog, and the company is known as a tough competitor. Its founder, Mark Pincus, once told an employee, "I don't want innovation. You're not smarter than your competitor. Just copy what they do and do it until you get their numbers." Zynga told us that social games leverage on established themes and genres, and that they're constantly innovating new ways to engage with users and make more money. Hence the appeal of reawakening an old classic like Monty Python. No one can copy it if it's a hit.
I'm sorry?
Oh, thank you.
And do you think anyone's going to copy your game? Because that's one of the big problems, isn't it? In the games industry, people copying other people's games.
Well, we call the lawyers out then immediately, of course, if we get wind of that. Absolutely.
You're very keen on lawyers. My daughter is a lawyer now. I've trained most of my family in the legal profession just for this moment.
Yeah.
And rival games developers also expect more social games based on these franchises, be they TV programs, films, music, or other well-known names.
Over the next year or two, you will see a lot of innovation, new types of titles, and especially the big franchises coming into the market, because like we've seen on most other game platforms, they tend to start with entirely new kinds of games and new kinds of IP, but over time, franchises which people know and love tend to establish their foothold in the market and ultimately become the winning titles.
In the burgeoning world of social games, it seems you do need more than just a good idea if you don't want to end up as just another dead parrot.